Hello. So I'm in Toronto right now for a conference that I'm actually a day and a half late for. So what's new, I guess? I think I've missed most of the sessions today, but there is one at like 3 p.m. that I am hoping to actually make it to. But I'm kind of a mess right now because I just walked from the subway station to the Airbnb that I'm staying at, and it was a longer walk than I anticipated, and it's like 27 degrees out, so I am very sweaty and gross, and yeah, I need to do something with my hair and change, and then I guess head out and hopefully actually make it for the session that I want to go to. So like I said, I am staying in an Airbnb right now, and I'm actually not sure if I'm in the room that I'm supposed to be in. There's no one here right now. There's like 3 guest rooms here, and I don't know which one is actually supposed to be mine, so I just kind of went into this one and hopefully I haven't like screwed up some system. It's like a very 70s kind of room with the like wood paneling walls, and they've even got a disco ball up there, which I think maybe works. Oh, there we go. I could have a little disco in here if I wanted to. So this is my day 1 conference look. Nothing too special or overly exciting. I still look a little bit rough. I didn't really have time to like actually fully get ready, so this is just what we're going with for now. And I am super late, so I need to get an Uber and head out to the conference. I'm still not sure which room I'm supposed to be in. I did message the host and asked about it, and I got back an answer that made no sense and like had nothing to do with the question that I asked. So I'm just gonna stay in this one and hope for the best. Today's been a very long day, a long day of traveling, running around, being late for everything, and Toronto is just like way too big and busy of a city for me. I got on a bus to come back here and had to get off almost immediately because the driver hit another car in front of them. So that happened. I was standing up with a bunch of people too, and we all went flying. Thankfully no one was hurt too badly, but it was still not ideal, but also kind of what I think of when I think of Toronto driving and traffic is just collisions. So I did make it to a couple of sessions today at the conference. I should mention that it is the Canadian Congress for the Social Sciences and Humanities Conference, I think it's called, and I'm specifically attending the like Canadian Society for the Study of Education portion of that for the work that I've been doing as a research assistant. So on Wednesday in a couple days, I will be presenting some of what I've been working on with that for the past like year, almost a year it's been that I've been doing this research assistant job, doing work on Canadian education and representations of various religions. So I am like genuinely absolutely exhausted now, and it's only like 7 o'clock, but traveling just like takes it out of me, and it took way longer to get to Toronto than I expected it to, and I'm just, yeah, a mess. So I think that I am going to just take a shower, eat some food, and watch some mindless reality TV. And then I have a bit of work to do tonight. I need to work on my presentation that I'm going to be giving in a couple days, since I only have like a small part of that done. So I need to kind of finish that. And then I have other work for my PhD that I need to do this week. from now, which is like the end of May, until like mid-June, I just have like back-to-back conferences. This is the first of 3 that I'm presenting at, one of which I'm actually like co-organizing, and yeah, it's just a lot of work and a lot that I need to be doing. And yeah, I can't really take any time off, even though I'm like exhausted. This is what I need right now. I was in the wrong room and I feel super awkward now. So as it turns out, I was very much in the wrong room yesterday, and the guy whose room it was supposed to be came and knocked on the door at like 9:30, and I was in bed with like curlers in my hair and had to like awkwardly kind of scramble to get out of the room and switch all my stuff over. Yeah, so that was a bit embarrassing, but he was like a really nice guy. We talked for a little bit as I was like moving all of my stuff over. He's also a PhD student in like something sciencey, and yeah, nice guy. He actually invited me to hang out this afternoon. I think he's going to like a museum or something, but probably won't have time to do too much today since I really need to get to work on this conference presentation. But yeah, I am off to conference day number 2. It is 9 a.m. and the session I want to go to starts in 45 minutes. My hair is looking absolutely wild. They remind us that we're the inheritors of the but also of a responsibility. Day 2 of the conference over and done with. Actually day 3 or 4 since I missed a couple of them, but day 2 for me. And yeah, it was really good. I got to see a lot of different sessions and panels and things today. A lot of really interesting discussions, especially around like decolonizing and indigenizing education, which I think, yeah, it got me like really thinking for my own research assistant work and some things that I'm thinking about for my own research, especially tying into ecologies and the environment and how we can better kind of teach students how to relate to the natural world. So despite the fact that I am absolutely spent, I still need to actually write most of my presentation for tomorrow because I have not really done that yet. And I am, as per usual, not as organized and on top of things as I should be, so I'm gonna do that, and hopefully it won't take me too long. It's not gonna be like a very long presentation, but I just want to be prepared for the discussion and like, you know, ready to answer questions and stuff, so I'm not just like, yeah, unable to speak. I find I really have a problem with when people like ask me questions sometimes and like put me on the spot and I haven't thought about what my answer would be beforehand. I just like tend to freeze up and forget everything. All of the knowledge that I have just falls out of me and I seem like a blabbering idiot, which maybe is what I sound like right now because I'm just so tired. So I'm gonna hop in the shower. My hair is like a bit of a disaster. I got a cut not too long ago and I think that it can look good when it's styled, but most of the time I don't have the like time or patience to actually style it, so it just kind of looks ridiculous. So I'm gonna shower, do a little bit of self-care, and then get to work. So it is presentation day and I am running late. I slept in. So I am a absolute chaotic mess right now. My hair is ridiculous. I think I'm just gonna have to like throw it up because this is fucking crazy. Yeah, I am disorganized all over the place, late, waiting for my Uber, and hopefully the presentation is gonna go fine. I got no sleep last night because I was up too late working on it, and then I was just super restless and anxious and I couldn't sleep after that, and yeah, it was just a whole thing. And probably got like 4 hours of sleep maximum and just feel like trash. So that is my life right now, and wish me luck on this presentation. So our session is done. I think that it went pretty well, as well as can be expected, I guess. I was pretty exhausted, a little bit out of it, but I said what I needed to say. Hello again. It is Thursday morning and I'm just having a little bit of leftover Indian food for my breakfast before I pack up and head out of here in about half an hour. So I didn't really vlog yesterday at all just because it was such a long day of conferencing and sessions and stuff and having my session and everything. And then afterwards, the PI that I work with invited me to go out for dinner with him and some of his friends, which was really lovely. He is like such a lovely man. Like, he's just one of the most beautiful people I've ever met in my entire life. He's so positive and like wonderful. So it was really nice to just like spend some more time with him, meet his friends. But yeah, I was just like exhausted when I got home. So I kind of just immediately fell into bed and slept. Our presentation went pretty well. I think we had like a few people show up for our session. Not many, but it's better than none, so I'm glad like at least a couple people showed up. And yeah, it went decently well. I was like pretty tired and like feeling a little bit out of it, so I feel like I probably could have done a little bit better with presenting my part, but whatever, it's done. And overall the conference was really great and like I'm really happy that I came. It was an awesome experience to like hear all these different presentations about what's happening in education right now and what needs to be done going forward, and kind of thinking about how our research fits into that. So yeah, it's just been really helpful for thinking about like what we're contributing to with our research and how it kind of fits into the greater picture of what's currently happening in Canadian education. And this Indian dish, fantastic. Just gotta say. Alrighty, I am all packed up and ready to go. Saying goodbye to this lovely room that I'm glad turned out to actually be mine. So I'm back home now, and I have to say it's really nice to be back, especially getting to see my cats again. No, it's only gone like 3 days, but I really miss them. It is like super hot here today though, and I definitely miss the air conditioning in the place that I was staying in Toronto, because we don't have that in our apartment here. And yeah, it's that time of year where I am just constantly sweaty and hot. Anyway, I am pretty tired from all of this conferencing stuff, and now I just need to get ready to do it all over again next week, because next week I'm going to Ottawa for the second conference in my series of conferences this summer. And it's going to be a much smaller conference since it's not like a huge association like this one was. So it'll definitely be like a different vibe, different kind of dynamic, and I will potentially vlog that as well. We'll see. I did get like some cool swag and stuff from this conference, as you do. Lots of pencils and stuff. I bought like a couple books because they were having book sales from all the different like university presses in Canada. So this is one of the ones that I got that I've been reading, Living on the Land, Indigenous Women's Understandings of Place, which is really good so far. I'm really enjoying it. And I think that it's just a really important piece to read, because even though my own doctoral research doesn't necessarily engage with Indigenous communities specifically, I think it's also really important to be bringing in Indigenous perspectives to the work that I'm doing, because I am doing it on, colonized, stolen land. I'm doing this research in North America. I myself am like a descendant of white settlers, and it's important to be kind of critically examining my own positionality and positionalities of the people that I will be working with and things like that. And especially because I am doing research that does involve like the land and the environment and relationships with the land and things like that. I do think it's important to like have these perspectives, and like we need to be bringing more Indigenous voices into our works as academics. I really, really believe that. And this whole conference had like a really big focus on like decolonizing our work and the way we think and stuff. So that was really great. And I just need to like constantly be making sure that I am carrying that through in my own work. So here's my question. Why would anyone do things ahead of time, prepare for anything ahead of time, especially a conference presentation, when you could just stay up until 3 a.m. the night before and do it then? So that seems to be exactly what I'm doing lately, is just doing everything the night before for these conferences and being absolutely wrecked because of it. I am so tired right now. I was up super late last night working on it as well, and yeah, it is 3 a.m. and I need to be waking up in like 5 hours to get to this conference and present and somehow have like the brain cells left to actually make sense and like present something coherent and insightful. Yeah, I don't know if that's gonna happen, but at this point, I have not slept in well over 24 hours. My body is just aching everywhere because of all of the tension that I've been holding in my shoulders and neck and back for the past few weeks, and my life is just utter chaos right now. So I just got home from doing the workshop presentation conference session thing at my university that I was helping to organize to present some of the research that I've been, the research assistant work that I've been doing over the past, I guess, almost a year now. So it was a big presentation, and I had to do like 30-minute, I can't even speak words. I did 2 different like 30-minute presentations today, and I got absolutely 0 sleep last night because of how late I was up working on this presentation. So that makes it 3 out of 3 conferences that I was presenting at that I was up to a ridiculously late hour working on
very last minute right before. And each time I was like, I'm not going to do this again. I'm going to make sure that I have like all my stuff together and ready well before the actual night of before. I'm so tired. I don't think I've ever been this exhausted before. Like, I do not ever recall feeling this tired before. And yeah, I feel like absolute crap. But I think that, like, besides being an uneloquent, rambling mess while I was presenting, overall the workshop was really, really great. It was a fantastic learning opportunity for me. Overall, the workshop was like awesome. I just wish that I had been more alive and awake for it. Honestly, at this point, I am kind of questioning, like, who the hell am I to think that I can do a PhD? Like, who the hell am I to think that I can be a PhD student when I have zero time management skills? I'm constantly doing things last minute. I'm constantly, like, absolutely wearing myself into the ground right before a deadline like this. And it's this repeating pattern that I really, really am struggling to get out of. And I always say that, like, something needs to change if I'm gonna, like, actually make it through and finish this PhD. Something is gonna need to change. And I just don't know how to make that lasting change in my life. So I don't know. I'm just feeling encouraged with all of this, like, learning and stuff that I've been doing, and like these conferences has been like so inspiring and like have gotten me thinking about so many things. But on the other hand, I don't know, I feel like I don't belong in academia a lot, and that, like, maybe this environment isn't necessarily for me. But maybe that is a conversation to have and elaborate on more another day, though, when I am not a walking zombie. So yeah, my plan for tonight is to sleep. My plan for tomorrow is to just take it completely off, because I just haven't been able to do that for the past, like, I don't know, 3 weeks. It's kind of just been like conference and workshop prep. So yeah, my plan for tomorrow is to just not do anything academic related and just sleep, clean the house. I really need to, like, clean things. I'm still, like, living out of my suitcase from Ottawa. I haven't unpacked yet. And maybe see if, like, there's a hot yoga class going on that I can go to, and just, like, chill. I know this has been, like, a pretty chaotic vlog. And if you've made it to the end, thank you, but I also don't know why. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna sign off here and talk to you in the next one, when hopefully I have my life together a little bit more.